Hey, this is your intro video to the Beachbody On Demand app. It could also just be called the Beachbody app, depending on which app store you're finding it in. And the first thing to know about it is this is now the app where you can, number one, play your workouts, and number two, access our support group. So you can do both things in one. Now, what I will say about this is I've been holding off on making this video, and this could change at any time, but as of right now, if you are a customer, if you don't have a coach account, then if you are a customer, you have to access our support group in the app. You can still play your workouts in a web browser or the app, but for the support group, you have to use the app. In the early days of this platform, we were told as coaches that everyone will be able to access the support group in a web browser if they want to. As of right now, I am not aware that that's happened. So if you're a customer, if you do not have a coach account, and if you happen to find that you're able to access our support group in a web browser, please let me know immediately, because this will be a huge improvement. But without any recent updates, I'm kind of done waiting, and I wanted to get this video made and posted for you. So if it changes in the future, I will update the video. But that's the situation right now. So if you have a coach account or preferred customer account, you can access our support group in a web browser at beachbodyondemand.com. You should see a tab at the top that says BOD groups, and you should be able to click into our support group, and you'll have more options for how you can view everything and sort everything and how you can post. But if you just have a regular retail customer account, you'll need to use the app, which is what you're seeing here. So let's go through that. This video is really more for customers, because coaches are sort of power users anyway, who probably know their way around a little more. So starting with the home screen. Now your main navigation menu is at the bottom of the screen that you're seeing. So lower left, click on home. And I don't really use this screen for very much, other than at the top, I'll see the programs that I have recently watched. So it's videos I have recently played. So the current workout program that I'm doing, Morning Meltdown 100, you're seeing at the top left, because that's what I most recently played. So that's actually, I usually play my workouts from a web browser, but if I were using the app, this is where I would go, and I just click on that tile for the program, and it shows the whole list of workouts, and I would click on any of the blue play buttons to play my workout. So let's give it a try. I'll just play workout number 1. And I just want to show you the different options you have. So you can change the video quality. So if you have a poor connection, selecting low quality might actually be better. It might allow your workout to play more smoothly. You can also select the audio output. So if you wanted to play over speakerphone versus the actual phone, like I'm making a phone call, that's where you select that. If you had headphones, you could select those. Where it says CC here, I can select the language of subtitles, and I can select the language of audio. So essentially, you could play dubbing in audio in English or dubbed in Spanish, but subtitles in English or French or whatever combination you want. So what I like to do is have the subtitles in English, and then the pumped up music version basically takes down the audio voice track and turns up the volume on the music. So it does make it hard to hear what they're saying, what the trainer is saying, but when you have the titles on the screen, you don't really need to hear, because you can see the words. So that's my personal preference. And then the last thing to see here, upper right, this is where you can cast. So where it says BT Chrome, that is our Chromecast device. Now that's a separate device that you have to buy, and I think I'm not 100% sure how Roku and Fire Stick work, but I think it might be similar. But anyway, with our Chromecast, It's just a device. It costs $30. You plug it into a USB input on your TV, and it's basically a receiver. So if I play the workout on my phone, then I can cast to the BT Chrome device, and I actually see the workout on our TV screen. Now I could do that with my laptop as well. Same thing works. But basically, if you're playing it on a small screen and you would rather have it on a big screen, then a Chromecast, I think, is a great thing to invest in. Did I already say it only costs $30? Not expensive at all. But anyway, so if you are playing your workouts in a web browser, you'll have these same options. The location of all of the places that you click is a little different, but all the same options are there. So let me know if you need help finding them. I'm going to exit out of this, and just notice here is the screencast button. So you can cast from really any screen within this app onto your bigger screen. Okay, going across the menu at the bottom where it says programs, that's basically the same thing as the home screen. It'll just show you all the programs to select from. Exclusive is the ones you have to pay extra to unlock. So right now you're seeing 10 rounds there because we're still in the VIP early access period at the time that I'm making this video. So that will change, I think, October 1st. But member library has everything. And then by trainer is a little quicker, easier, faster way to sort because there are just fewer items, although there's still a lot of trainers. So that's how to play your workouts. Now I'm going to go over to the right just so you see the rest of what's here. So where it says more, just know there's a whole lot here. I'm going to have separate videos going over some of these options, but if you're looking for, different options within the app, you just might want to check out everything that's here. There's a lot that you can edit and play around with. None of it is really super important for the basic orientation of the app, so I'm going to skip over it now. Moving now from right to left where you see tracking, I'll have a separate video about this, but just know this is where you track your workouts in Shakeology, and there are other things you can track here as well. And now looking at this center button where it says groups, this is actually where you access our support group. So what you are seeing here on this first screen, Strong and Resilient Challenge Group, is the current group that we have going at the time that I'm making this video. And then beneath it, there is a group that my upline coach is offering that I could request to join if I want to. And then if you have been invited to a group, you will have my invitation here in this tab that says invited. Active is the groups that you're currently part of. Open, I believe, is groups that you could request to join. Let's just see what this looks like. So request to join, I'm not going to click that, but I could. And then past groups, so I'm going to have a whole other video about that as well. But anyway, one important point here is if you are my customer and you have requested to join our support group and you meet the requirements, I have accepted you. But the way that it works is when I accept you in, it sends you an invitation that you then need to accept. So until you take that step, and I think it'll show up under this invited tab, until you accept my invitation, you still won't be able to get into the group. So I've gotten in a loop with people where they're requesting to join and I'm accepting, but it invites you and then they request again. And just know that it's not my intention for you to be locked out of the group. I just need you to accept. And if you're having trouble figuring out how to do that, send me a message separately so we can get you in. So I know that you're having trouble and I can walk you through it. All right. And then if I click on the current month's group, I'm going to make some more videos just showing the different features of this. But in general, you're seeing the group feed with different people's check-ins, as well as there was a pinned coach post at the top, and there's more daily coach posts as you scroll down. So that's what you'll find. You can see a list of participants. I think as a participant, you probably have the same tabs. Know that there's a files tab. Right now there's nothing there, but maybe in the future there could be. So that's where that is. Background information about the group, and then preferences. So now this is where, if you're someone who likes to check all the boxes and have everything filled in, this is where you enter your workout program, your Shakeology flavor. Those, I think, are automatically logged anyway, like they're part of this tracking. Not automatically, but like you don't have to add Shakeology because it's there. So it really doesn't matter if you select that or not. But under nutritionals, what you select that you're using will then show up under tracking. Okay, see how not everything is there, it's only some of them. So if you're trying to track your nutritionals and you're like, they don't have all the options that I'm using, this is where you can set it under groups and nutritionals, and you can just select what you're using, okay, and save. Let's see if that worked. It hasn't updated, but that's where you do that. And then, okay, so notifications, almost done here. So I have everything on because I want to see all the activity in the group. But if you are getting really annoyed by getting too many notifications, then you can turn off like when posts are being added, and you could just have it on when someone comments or replies to your post and someone mentions or tags you. Because I'm in charge, I turn everything on. And then I don't have push notifications on because I am in the group every day anyway. But if you're someone who forgets to check the group, maybe set it as push notifications, and then it will remind you to come in there and look at things. Up to you, but I just want you to know this is here so you can set it how you want it. Under reminders, I have a daily reminder. If I haven't been in the group, it sends me a push notification to remind me to get in there at least once a day. So that's also something I recommend if you have trouble remembering to check in. And then, so privacy and sharing. Now, I think the way that this works is what you're selecting here is what is shared with your coach. However, if you are logging your workouts and logging your Shakeology and sharing them with the group, I'm already seeing that because you're sharing it in the group. But say if you wanted to log your workouts, not post them in the group, but still have your coach see them, that's where I think you turn this on. It's a private group. Most people don't mind sharing anyway. That's really what I would recommend, is sharing with the group instead. And then weight and measurements, yes, it's great to share with me. It's a great source of accountability. I don't check those very often unless you ping me separately and say, wow, I had a really good month. I'm really proud of hitting this milestone. So it's more for your benefit. And I'm going to go through the whole tracking section in a different video. But if you are, first of all, tracking your weight and measurements and entering them in the app, then you can go back and look at them over time. And then if you track them and share them with your coach, I'll be able to see them. But just know that I never share those publicly without asking you or anything like that. So I do recommend having it turned on, because why not? Have your coach be able to see that. For me, it doesn't really do anything because my upline coach is not in our group, but if I were in her group, then she would be able to see what I enter with these options turned on. So I think those are the main options for the group. Just let me know if you have any questions about any of this, and look out for more videos with details about the other parts of the app.